So I am Colin, and this is my nephew Ryan.
There, we're starting.
Okay, now we're starting.
Yep.
I'm Colin, and this is my nephew Ryan, and we've set up our game called Mercenaries.
Yep.
It has a lot of different elements, which are sort of from deck building, from RPG, from tower defence games. We've tried to meld them together to give a sort of an experience that nobody has ever played before. That's the key to what we're doing. This is the box.
Yep.
Very simple, very basic.
Yep. It looks like it's mirrored, but it's not. It's okay. In any case, I just want to say hi as well. I'm just here with Colin Pearson, as I said. We're actually looking at some of the things happening at Articon that isn't actually SPG. We have the convention hall down here, but down here we also have a fair bit of interesting little stands. We have just behind the camera that you can't see are all the terrain things that are being built. But we have you two here with deck building RPG kind of thing that is a little hard to describe exactly what it is.
It started out as a deck building and has expanded into something which is very different that we've not seen anywhere in any of the markets. So we tried to create something that we felt would give people a different experience in gaming.
Yeah, and it's a lot of cards you have here. You can see the entire board here is just, or the entire table here is just filled with cards and cutouts and stuff, and this is essentially the box, right?
Everything you get on this table, you'll get in one box.
Yeah.
There are just over 600 cards in the initial box set.
Yeah.
And that obviously splits down into 4 major adventures that you can play, which then can be mixed at a later stage, so that you can play as many as you like.
Yeah.
The pop-outs were done because we didn't want to put a board in the game.
Yeah.
We wanted our areas to change shape.
Yeah. You see them right here.
Double-sided.
Yep.
Doesn't matter which way you put them.
Push-outs?
Yep. And they form in the basic game a grid, which is 6 squares by 6 squares. But in later sets there will be L-shaped rooms, there will be bridges, there will be all sorts of things, gaps, that are going to make each sort of set you play a different feel to the construction of them.
So it's a little bit as going through a dungeon as well,
It started off as what we thought was going to be a dungeon crawler. Then we found out that we could actually design outside areas.
Yeah.
So rather than having a room, you visit an area. So it could be a meadow, it could be a glade in the forest, but it could also be a dungeon room. So you've got the variation.
So what kind of thing would you sort of meet in these dungeons?
Okay.
If you have a few examples, that would be great to see.
Within the game, we have sort of 4 major sets of cards.
Yeah.
And they fit into 4 different sections. You have the set, this is just 1 card from each set. And this is mainly about thieves.
Yeah, you have here.
You have sort of thieves and cut purses and their hounds and villains in that sort of description that you would have to battle.
Yeah.
And they have a style which is pretty much around a single ranged attack and then a lot of melee attack. And that's one sort of deck. Then you have your sort of basic goblins and orcs, which some are ranged, and it's the basic set you would start with to learn the game.
Yeah.
You then have an advanced set which is made up of quite a number of animals which are controlled by a very nasty goblin shaman who summons them. And that gets quite nasty towards the end of that game. It's one of the more difficult games to play, but it's good.
So it's sort of like almost like a boss fight.
Each deck will have its own boss, which you can mix from set to set if you want to.
Yeah.
And finally we have a set based on dwarves. The dwarves are quite interesting because they do have the advantage of having lava beetles and lots of fire to use in them, which again makes another nice different touch because you've got sort of fire in one area, you have poison in another. You know, so there's lots of different varieties in things that can happen to you, and obviously cards you can then buy too. come back against them.
So is this sort of is this competitive or is it cooperative?
There are options for both games. They do play very differently. Now, the cooperative, there are more monsters because obviously the players are cooperating with each other, so they don't have to think about what others are doing. In the competitive, it's very easy to manipulate other players into moving into bad positions, and they suffer for it, which is good. So you can put the pressure on, hence why the game's called Mercenaries, because it's about stealing other people's kills so you gain the experience and the victory. Each of the monster cards does have victory points on them, and if you're playing competitively, obviously the victory points at the bottom there, they are counted up at the end of the game. The player with the most is the winner. You can count them up in the cooperative.
Of course, the guy who gets the kill is the one who gets those points. It doesn't matter if you've been hacking away at it for the last 3 turns, it's only the guy that gets the kill that gets it.
So it's that last hit that makes the... And that's why the competitive and cooperative are different, because in the competitive, you might decide not to win something, you might decide to move away because you're not going to kill it. In the cooperative, you say, well, I'll take the damage, and then somebody else can come in and help you kill it.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting.
So,
what type of game do you prefer? Would you personally prefer the cooperative or the competitive?
We quite like the cooperative because most of the games we play as a...
Hobbit players, you have 30 minutes remaining. You have 30 minutes remaining.
It's unfortunate. We tend to play a lot of cooperative games that we enjoy, especially big games. We play things like sort of Zombicide and Descent, and we're much into dungeon crawling, that sort of style of game, which we like. And hence why our game is very much a dungeon crawler with a little bit of a twist thrown in. So that you never quite feel, have you got it right? Because there is no right answer to the game. It's all about your own personal decisions, how you feel, and how you want to do it. And we've found that there are lots of ways to construct a deck for each scenario. So you don't necessarily all have to play the same way. You can do what you want to do. And when you play cooperatively, it means you can all play different to get the best out of the game.
I think you also talked about that you had a website where you're actually going to be putting up sort of a little deck building site as well.
On the back of the rule book, we have the website
www.mercenariesinc.wordpress.com. And if you want to contact us, we are always available for contact at Colin and Ryan Pearson Games at gmail.com.
And then what we will be doing, there are 4 games in this set that we feel that you can combine them in lots of different ways. We're going to start putting up onto the website variations for other people to try. So that they're...
Hobbit players, if you've finished your game already, then don't forget to head over to the Steam game stand and get a demo of Dark Souls.
I think you perhaps want to just wait until the announcer is done.
We didn't want people feeling they could just sort of shuffle the cards together.
Jay Finnegan will give you a prize if you can beat the dancer.
Random game. We wanted people to feel that, like a lot of other games where you construct what you do, you can actually go away and say, well, I want to play with that and I want that monster, but I want to try it with these action cards to see what happens. So it really is not only totally random if you want it, but you can sit there and construct and then send them to us. We'll share them free with other people on the website so that anybody can play anybody else's game. And we're quite happy to listen to people's thoughts and views, and we've already had some questions asked. People want to play solo, and that's quite difficult, but we are working on solo rules at the moment.
Well, you haven't been doing this for very long, have you?
No, this is our first game, and we've had it about 2 months, but it's been 5 years in development.
So you've been at it for a long time, and you finally got something out.
Finally got something that we felt was worthy of putting out, because you buy a lot of games now and they're not always up to what you want. We wanted to make sure that we felt people would get value for money, they would get enjoyment, and they'd have a lot of fun with it, rather than just, oh, we've opened the box, played it, I don't really want to play it anymore. But it is quite a long game, so you do need a bit of time.
So you talked about you more or less need an evening for it.
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours is quite good, but you can, because the game is played in areas, you can stop after any area, stack your decks up, put them back in the box, and then just literally take them straight out of the box and start playing again if you want to do it 2 halves or whatever. So it does have an element where you can stop and start.
So essentially a little bit of a save game in even this analog age, or analog type of game. It's interesting. Then.
Yeah, the beauty of it is because it's so simple, there is a lot of expansion that we're trying to do, but it's time now really, is getting the expansions together. We've got about 8 or 9 we're working on. Of course then you've got to have testing, you've got to get artwork done, and that takes a little bit of time. And eventually we do hope to release a full campaign set for it, where you actually play proper character classes that will have specific cards as well as the general ones that they can use to construct their decks. But that's a little way off yet.
Yeah, I also see we have some viewers as well, so I'll just letting you know what's actually happening here. We're here at Argon, and we're actually looking at some of the things that are not specifically SPG, but some of the actual stands here and the people here actually wanting to promote a little bit of their things here. And we're actually here then with Colin and Ryan Gates and Colin and
Pearson.
Yes. I knew about that. Well, in any case, this is basically you presenting your game here.
Yeah, it's great to have the opportunity, thank you.
It's always interesting to see completely new games.
We haven't found anything like it on the market, and that's what we're pleased about, that we've taken the time to create something that we haven't seen anywhere else. We've seen elements of it, but nobody's ever sort of dared to put them all together and try and come up with something that is a playable version. And we think we've cracked it.
Yeah. You're giving some demos on this a bit later today as well?
We are, yeah. There's a few people that want to come and play, so I think what we'll do is probably let them play and we'll just sit and instruct to make sure they sort of get the rules right and understand what's going on.
And you'll be here throughout the weekend, yeah?
We will, yes. We're going to be here for all 3 days. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing some more winners.
Yeah, it'll be great.
It's good today.
Yeah. You got to see me up on there as well?
Oh, I did, yeah. It was really cool.
Congratulations again.
Cool.
Yeah, it was very fun. I think you'll be more than happy to have people coming over here tomorrow, for example, spectators and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be singles tomorrow, so I understand tends to be more people just walking around looking at the stands, and rather than today, which is sort of everybody seems to be involved in the gaming itself.
Yeah, this is a more social, casual atmosphere. So the ones that are more spectators tomorrow, they will be spectators. They will not be, and in some cases, not allowed to go up to the tables. The top tables, they'll be left in peace.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously we only walk around a small amount because of staying here talking to people, but you can see what a fascinating game it really is.
Yeah. For example, our channel will actually be streaming the top table live the entire weekend.
Wow.
So the best players at any given point.
So are there seeded players?
No, they're not seeded players, but basically after the first 2 games, whoever's up there, they'll be in peace.
Nice.
You generally have those that are really here to win. They will end up on the top tables within about 2 games.
And how many games do they play tomorrow?
Altogether, we'll have 7 games. Not tomorrow, but over the 2 days.
Oh, okay, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, because they played 3 today, and that was 6-7 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 hours per game today. We'll have 2 hours per game tomorrow as well. So we'll have 3 games and another 3. So
that's why we've got an early start tomorrow.
And the last game will actually be, the 7th game will basically be the 2 best players, and everyone can actually watch that.
And we're going to stream that.
And we'll be streaming that live.
That's what I like to hear.
And if we can manage to set that up, we'll actually be sitting there commentating on it as well. But we can't do it right next to the players, obviously. So we'll have to see what kind of facilities we can manage to do that.
Yeah, because if you're streaming live, you've got to find somewhere to commentate from, haven't you?
Yeah, we don't want to disturb the players, so then we have to find a solution for that.
Excellent. Excellent, yes. I think it's going to be a big success. There's a lot of people here and it looks as though they're really having a good time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun being here, and it's also cool for you guys to come here as well. This is your first sort of...
This is our first sort of... We have demoed the game at a few games clubs, but this is the first time we've actually gone anywhere to try and sell it to people that are sort of come here for a competition or anything like that. So we're pleased so far. It's going well.
Tomorrow, or even today or someday, and see what kind of game this is. I am at least very curious, so I'll probably be on one of your demos in the sometime during the weekend.
You're more than welcome, It's one of those games that I think you've hit the nail on the head. Until you've played it, you don't really know what it is. Because it's not an RPG, it's not a deck builder, but it is because it's got elements of all those pieces in there.
I can see elements of multiple sort of board games, but none of them really define the game as far as I can see.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of the guys that did some testing and some reviews for us, they've sort of said they couldn't match it to any game they've played, which was always nice to hear because that was the intention. We wanted to give people something different.
I would say probably have done a very good job, but I can't really tell until I
you've played it.
So I would say it's awesome, but I don't know yet. And I hope we look forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
so thank you very much.
Brilliant, thank you.
And well, back to our regular programming, I suppose.